Okay, back with another patch on the Erica Synths Syntrx II. I thought this was kind of an interesting patch and has a little bit going on, so I thought I would talk about it a bit. Let's just hear it. So whenever I press the button, sometimes it'll hit like once, sometimes it'll hit like 40 times. You really have no way of telling. So the way I'm doing this is I'm sending the trapezoid to the scope, which is normal to input 1 and 2. And input 1 has the envelope follower and gate detector. So when the trapezoid shows up at the input, the trapezoid gets triggered along with the sample and hold. So the sample and hold is going to the decay stage of the trapezoid. And if it pushes it too high, it won't trigger the next time. So it'll eventually stop. And the speed is changing around because every hit of the decay triggers the sample and hold, which sends a new value to the decay, so we get a constantly changing speed. Add a bit of effects to this. If we don't want to hit the button manually, we can just put in one button press on a long record. It can go 8 seconds, so we'll just hit the button once and then wait. That's pretty good. So now we can just sit here. Some people like these patches with a lot of silence in between the sounds. I think they're a bit of a waste of time, but they can be cool. So some other things I have going on here. The trapezoid is going to the output VCA, which is adding a little bit more percussiveness to the patch. If I get rid of it, you can hear it doesn't smack as hard. If you're doing this, you want to send your effects to a separate output, otherwise the trail of the effects will be getting the trapezoid signal. As for the patch, it's your pretty basic ring mod, FM kind of thing. We'll get rid of this button record. So if I just hold the button, I almost always do these kind of patches the same way, where Oscillator 2 is modding Oscillator 1, and then Oscillator 3 is modding Oscillator 2. So you want to, on the Syntrx anyways, you want to use these attenuating level pins. I don't think you can really see on the screen, but a couple of these are slightly dimmer than the other ones, so they're not getting the full modulation level. This is important because you want to have the levels of the oscillators up reasonable so you can hear them, and so they're getting a good level to the ring mod, but their modulation level will be very high if they're set high on their output stage. So you want to attenuate them with the lights. So usually I'll just put Oscillator 3 slow, so it's just changing one of the oscillators going to the ring mod slightly. And then if you speed it up, you can get some of that fun pitch wobble. If I get rid of the oscillator mod, it sounds pretty similar. And if we put it full level, it's kind of too all over the place, so you want to just attenuate it. If we loop the envelope, it'll just start self-triggering. Maybe not. Yeah, so if we use the off knob of the envelope and have it so that it's looping, as long as the decay isn't too high, it will self-trigger. I think. It just doesn't want to do it. The threshold was just too high. Just for fun, we can add some feedback, send the filter back to itself, send the effects to the filter. And that's it for this patch breakdown. Thanks for watching.